Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Let's Talk Tuesdays. Now listen, Let's Talk Tuesdays, this show is pretty much just going to be, this part of my channel is just pretty much me going to be talking about different topics, everything from sports, to books, maybe even sneakers, to fashion, who knows? It's going to be me talking about a lot of different things, from politics, especially cars, because you know I love cars, so we're definitely going to talk about that. But it's going to be me talking about a lot of different things. And this is a variety show, pretty much just talking about different subjects that I find interesting. You know, I wanted to do something where I wasn't just always trying to give some inspirational talk about life or just how to change your life and everything else. I mean, that's going to be part of the vlog that I'm starting with this channel, but that's going to come. But it's right now, it's just this part of the show is just me talking about everything from different topics, from politics to sports to just a whole bunch of different things. And I might do some book reviews on here. I might do a sneaker review if I like a sneaker. Who knows? I'm not a sneakerhead like that, but you know, I like things like that. I might talk about some new cars that might be coming out that I think are dope, that I heard about. Just a whole different kind of thing where I talk about a lot of different subjects, because I feel like you gotta show more of who you are. You gotta give your personality. You gotta let people know who you are. You can't just always box it in and just keep it there. You gotta give it a little bit. You gotta let it out a little bit so people can understand that you're just not one singular thing. And yes, I understand sticking to your niche, and that's what you're trying to do, and this is what you're about, and this is where they come to your channel. And trust me, I'm gonna stay true to what this channel is, and it's an inspirational channel. It's about my journey as becoming a life coach, but this is my way of sharing more of who I am and talking about different things. Some topics you're probably not gonna agree with, some that you are, but either way, I just want to give as much as who I am out there as possible. So why did I do this? I did this because I basically wanted to, I've always wanted to do a channel where I was talking about different things. I could talk about my favorite TV show to my favorite movie, and I wanted to be able to open up the doors for that. But I also wanted to stick to what I originally started the channel for, and that was because I wanted to be able to show my journey on becoming a life coach and just my life in general. And you know, I've always watched like Casey Neistat and a few other vloggers and a few other people that are on YouTube who are just like, they inspire me to like start my own channel, because let me just tell you something, man. It's like, yo, you're out here, you have just so much time on this planet. You got to do something with your life. You can't spend your whole life not doing anything. And I wanted to do something, and I felt like this is the best route for me to do what I wanted to do. And a while back in like, I would say probably back in like 2012, I would say 2011, I started a blog about up and coming artists and entrepreneurs, and it went well, but it didn't flourish the way I wanted it to flourish. And I was just like, yo, man, if it just didn't go the way I wanted to go. Now, but prior to that, around, I want to say 2009-ish, I got a video camera and I was going to start a YouTube channel. My dad wanted stuff because I was unemployed and I was broke and I just didn't have a job, and I wanted to do something with myself. And it was when I wanted to do these things, but I just didn't get there. You know, I filmed stuff, but I didn't put it on my laptop because for whatever reason I was so caught up on just trying to get some money that I wasn't thinking, and I wasn't putting everything together like I needed to. And it was a big regret. I should have started a YouTube channel years ago, but I didn't do it. I should have done it years ago and I didn't do it, and I regret it to this day to a certain extent. But I also understand how important it is to not give up and keep going. So this is the best way I could tell my story and tell how I'm doing things now. Like I really felt like I've made a turn in my life. You know, prior to this, I was in a situation where I was living home with my grandmother and my family, and I was struggling and I couldn't get out of there. I was 30 plus years old and I was still living home with my grandparents, basically helping my grandparents out and helping my brother and my family, basically. And I wasn't always doing the right thing, and I was so caught up over that I was losing a piece of who I was. And eventually I just started to say, you know what, I gotta turn my life around. You know, I started reading a lot of books. You know, like the old story says, the more knowledge you gain, the smarter you will be. So I learned how to get myself in a better place, even though it was coming from a place of high insecurity. I really couldn't be good to any woman I was with or anybody that was around me, because I was not toxic per se. I was positive, but I was highly insecure because of my living situation. I didn't feel like a man, and I didn't feel like I could be a life coach. I didn't feel like I could do anything. Hell, I didn't feel like I could start a channel living in my grandmother's, living in one of the rooms of my grandmother's house. Like, that's, that's not, at least that's what I thought. A man, you can't be a man unless you had your own space. So I had to start developing that. I had to get past that certain point, and that's when I started to understand, like, I gotta move, and if people don't see you doing something with your life, they don't believe in you. So that's the reason why I was like, listen, I gotta get myself up out of that situation. So from that, I turned my life around in a year. I went from a guy who didn't really have anything going on to switching everything around. I got promoted. I became a supervisor of the company I'm working for. I got a new car, and I got a new apartment within a year. Although I lost my grandfather at that time, I still turned my life around. And sometimes it's all you really need to do. And this came from always using positive energy over negative. I really do look at life as everything is full, half full, never half empty, never ever on a negative level. And I know that's hard to do, and I know that's a lot of bullshit that people always try to spit at people all day long is, you can't be positive 24/7. No, you can't be positive 24/7, but you can always find your way back into that place, and that's what you really want to do. You want to be able to find yourself back in that spot. So Let's Talk Tuesday is going to be a variety of things. Like I said, I don't want to get into too much inspirational stuff today, because this is not exactly for that, but I will talk about a lot of things. I will talk about relationships. We're going to talk about a lot of different topics on here, and if you have any topics that you want to talk about, definitely leave comments below. I can go through the comments, we can put them on the show. I'll definitely give you a shout out, put that on here. But it's really just a show. We're going to talk about different topics, every pop culture stuff too, rap stuff, music for sure, because I love music. I'm a huge fan of music, and we're going to talk about a lot of different things that I'm into. Don't be surprised that we're sitting here talking about Star Wars, because I knew the new trailer came out last night, and let me just tell you something, okay? Star Wars, Star Trek, all that kind of stuff. I am a huge fan. Sci-fi to the max. That's my thing. I've always loved sci-fi since I was a little kid. Thanks to my mom. I love you. Thank you for this. But seriously, yeah, Star Wars. We're definitely going to talk about that. But anyway, like I'm saying here, man, this show is going to be just a whole bit different things here on this channel. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys tune in next week when I drop another one. And as always, take care of yourself, be good to yourself, and stay up. Peace.
No.